Hi there, Tiffany here. This is my quilting life, but it's a carpal tunnel vlog. This is day 2, the March 18th, 2021. So yesterday, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, I had carpal tunnel release surgery, and I vlogged the whole thing, so this has a previous video. So this will be the next few days worth of videos combined of my healing and the process and so on and so forth. So, ever since last night, here's the start of the vlogging. Since last night, I noticed yesterday after the surgery, I started having asthma problems, and the anesthesiologist told me I probably would because I have asthma. Well, the asthma problems turned into my valley fever cough because I do have valley fever, or coxy if you guys don't know what that is. Anyways, so my valley fever cough, I started with the asthma, I used my asthma inhaler, blah, 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 and you guys can probably hear it in yesterday's video. But then I started wheezing even more, and then throughout the day, and I totally didn't tell you guys about it because I spaced that, but I did add the words. Anyway, so I started wheezing, and then by, I don't know, 8 p.m., somewhere before I took my shower last night, I started getting the valley fever cough, which is a deep cough up, super phlegm cough that happened the whole entire time I had valley fever. But they warned me that this might happen because of the way I was laying on my back, and that they did the tube thing and so on and so forth for me when I get put to sleep, so that I would have a little bit of a problem. So it's still here, and now it's, as long as I spit it up, I'm good. So if you have like asthma, just know that after being put to sleep, after all that, you'll just watch your asthma symptoms, and or a cough if you have to be tubed. Just watch for that, because yeah, and tubing also causes a scratchy throat and a dry throat. Anyway, where is my hand at today? Here it is. So as you can see, look at that. So last night, throughout the night, I don't know, I'd have to say it was about 12-ish, and I was trying to fall asleep, and it wasn't happening. My fingers were still numb. Like, seriously, they were still numb. So by, I don't know, 2 o'clock in the morning, I just said, screw it. I could not fall asleep. I could not get comfortable. The throbbing sensation of the numbness and the fact that I couldn't move anything and I couldn't get comfortable, and my wrist was already hurting, the part of the wrist that hurts. I just said, screw it. I decided to get up, and I went to the bathroom and turned the lights on so I could see very well, and I unwrapped the whole entire thing. I did not move my wrist. Doctor said, don't do this, don't do that. I'm sorry, I had to. It was horrible, like so horrible. So I unwrapped the whole entire thing and took the thing off. There is a gauze thing over the incision itself, and sooner or later when I get a chance, I'll probably be able to show you the incision. There's a gauze thing over the incision itself, and then there's this like pad thing. It kind of looks like a maxi pad, but it's not. It's like some medical grade thing. It's like that wide by like that long, and it folded in half. Well, they had it all Functify folded on here, and I think that a lot of that was causing the irritation with the tightness. It was just pushing on other nerves in my arm. So I refolded it in half nicely. I used both this hand and my teeth. I put a piece of tape on one side, and I used my teeth to grab the tape and hook it to the other side. So that is now freshly folded in half. I put new gauze, because I have tons of gauze, over the incision, and then pulled that thing with my teeth to tape it down, and then rewrapped. And I rewrapped to my comfort. I still can't bend the wrist, but it's not overwhelmingly tight. And you know what? It helped. It helped so much. So I can move all my fingers. They're a little tingly. They're not numb. I can feel every single finger now. I can do this, and I can even touch my pinky. I can't bend the pinky as much, but I can touch every single finger now. I can stretch my fingers out. Let's see if I can do this. You can see I can bend the wrist. It kind of hurts. I can't lie. It kind of hurts. but I could move it. Like I could put my thumb all the way back and stretch it. So you could see, like, I literally can move them now. And here's the ball I was telling you about. So you can see it's one of those balls, if you get wet with water, you throw it around in the yard or whatever. It's just like a pool ball. So it's very squishy. I, with this finger, can squish it. This finger, kind of squish it. This, I cannot. And I can't grasp it really with the pinky yet. Progress! Let me tell you, unwrapping it and then rewrapping it to my body's needs. So what I'm just doing is squeezing it with all my fingers. I'm also purposely dropping it so that I can pick it up. It doesn't weigh anything. These things aren't like, they don't weigh nothing unless you fill them with water, which we don't want because I don't want to wet any of this. So they don't weigh anything. It's just a pool ball. So yeah, I can squeeze it and I'm just doing this. I can also pick up my chapstick, which is probably the heaviest thing I've picked up so far. Besides this ball, which my chapstick weighs more than this ball, I could pick up my chapstick and give it to myself to my left hand. And then I kind of try to hold it, but I cannot pull it away. But I can try to like steady it to like twist it out and open the chapstick. I use chapstick a lot because I get dry mouth thanks to having MS. But anyway, that's a whole different issue and story. But yeah, so definitely unwrapping it helped, and then rewrapping it to my body's needs. So again, consult with your physician or your surgeon or whoever did your carpal tunnel surgery. But it was in the middle of the night. Nobody's going to answer for me on the phone. And honestly, it feels better. Like I have some pain in the wrist. Like I said, I did take a Vicodin this morning. And then last night I did take stuff to help so that I wouldn't be constipated, and it worked. So make sure, I'm serious, make sure, because anesthesia and all the pain meds can constipate anybody, like seriously, and it's uncomfortable. Don't let yourself get that way. I know from experience because I have belly problems. So I took my medicine, had no problem with that. So I felt great this morning. I have no stomach ache. So I took a Vicodin, even though I don't want to take the pain pills, but it is kind of hurting. And since I'm moving it more, I can feel a little bit more pain with movement, but it's subsiding. It's really subsiding. And it's like literally 11 a.m. So, I mean, it's a big difference that I undid it and made it more comfortable for myself, and I can move my hand. And it's not really painful to do this. The harder I try to go, it is, but just squishing it around is pretty good. And even if you didn't have a little squishy ball or a stress ball or something, I wouldn't really say use a stress ball, because those are a little bit harder. You know, like the little heart stress balls or those little round ones, they're kind of like a foam, I think, but a different kind, and they're like a harder shell. I think those would be too hard. This, on the other hand, can be found at Walmart, the dollar store, anything in the little pool supplies section for kids to play with, in the 99-cent store even. So this, I think, is a little bit better, and I can roll it. I'm using my fingers to roll the ball so that it helps. Yeah, so today is so far so good. Again, I am hyper from the Vicodin. I don't know why it does that to me. Does it do it to you? Put it in the comments below this video. Does Vicodin make you hyper, or like any pain meds? Because most pain meds that I've ever had in my whole entire life have made me hyper. Like, it is impossible to take them before bed because I get hyper. It's like the opposite effect on me. And sleep aids make me hyper too. Who knew? Anyway, so yeah, here's just a couple minutes of 11 a.m. on the 18th. It's going good. I can move all my fingers. That's a positive. So day 2, carpal tunnel release surgery, post-surgery healing. I think it's going pretty darn good. I'm surprised. I'm pretty sure, that later I'll probably feel more pain again. Like I said, I don't really want to take the pain pills. I think I'll just stick with Tylenol and some naproxen or something if I need it. So Anyway, oh, and there's no stitches in the incision. Ah, I forgot to say that. So it's about a centimeter and a half. It's like that long, so that's like a centimeter and a half. There's no stitches. They glued it shut, so there should be no scar, really. It's got a special glue on it. So obviously, if I did take this off, there should be no, don't bend your wrist. If you have to rewrap, do not bend your wrist, because if you have just the glue, you can pop it. You can pop it open. So be very, 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 very careful. But again, ask your doctor or tell your physician or whoever that you're having problems if they did wrap it too tight like mine. Tell them you're having problems and what you're going to do about it at home, or what can you do about it at home. So just rewrap it up though, and when it's unwrapped, do not bend. Don't even move your fingers. Just put it to your strength. You know, I still have it to where I can't move my wrist. So that was what he wanted. I'm good as long as I can just keep doing my fingers and the touching thing. It's going so good. Like seriously, by the end of the day, I shouldn't even have tingling, hopefully. Let's hope, right? So I'll be back later, tell you how I feel. I think I'll just put day 2, 3, maybe 4 all in one video, and so on and so forth. So if you're a quilter and you're suffering with carpal tunnel, or you think it's carpal tunnel, or make sure, because I'm not a medical professional, Google carpal tunnel. You'll get all sorts of things, WebMD, all sorts of answers from other websites. I use WebMD the most, that's why I say it. Google your symptoms and or do a symptom checker. And if it's something like that, then go to the doctor and say, I think this is what I have. Can you please test me for it? And they will test you and do nerve conduction studies and then try physical therapy and so on and so forth. I'm telling you, quilters can get this. So it's that repetitive motion. Anyway, so day 2 is good. Thank you for listening to my vlog, and I will see you later. Bye, everybody. So I'm nearing the end of day 2 post-op. I'm so tired. I gotta get up early and get myself showered and ready, since technically I can actually shower now as of tomorrow, as long as I cover my hand and don't get it wet. But I've already done that the other day, yesterday. But either way, so it's the end of day 2, and I actually had quite a bit of pain today, but that is because I recorded a video and tried to help. So we cleaned my irons today. And it's weird because I kind of like it's like a natural thing. You know you can't do it, but naturally you think you can, and I'm like pointing and stuff, but I can move my fingers so much better. I did unwrap it again today, all the way, and then put a clean gauze over it, and then put the other thing back over that, which is cleaning anyway. I didn't wet it, didn't wash it, didn't bend my wrist, and then re-wrapped it up. And after all that work today, it made it swell a little bit, but it's not really, the wrist is painful. You could see I can kind of like bend it inside there, and I can feel it moving. But finger-wise, they're good. There's a little bit of tingling still that has not completely dissipated at all, and I'm sure it will with time. But the swelling in most of my fingers is pretty much gone. The underside still has some swelling, and there's like a little blister developed right here, but it's not bad. It's just, it's like it filled with fluid or something, and I don't know, I don't think it's like a poppable type blister. I think it was just fluid from being so tight yesterday. And then my fingers kind of just being stuck like that, you know, with the tightness. I think that's what it was. I am starting to have pain, and I can lift this and show you, right here in the palm of my hand, because my hand is not flat like how this one is nice and flat. If you can see under there, it's like bendy because whatever they went in with and all that kind of stuff. I think it's healing from that, so being bent is not good. And then it's I could feel it in like the palm right here, even though the incision's on this side. I don't know, it has a weird feeling to it. I mean, it's not like super painful or anything. It's not like I can't deal with it, and it's not like you couldn't deal with it if you were healing from this either. This is not that kind of pain. It's not like giving birth or passing a kidney stone or something, you know. It's nothing like that whatsoever. I took a Vicodin this morning, didn't take anything the rest of today, and I'm good. I can manage it, and if I do lay down and try to sleep and I have issues tonight, then I will just take a Vicodin and like literally stay in bed and not get all hyper, hopefully, because I get hyper off that stuff. So, but now, earlier I showed you guys, so now look how much further I can push down, and there's no pain doing that. No pain doing that. Hold on, I'm trying to show all of them. Okay, so there's slight pain. I could feel it along here at the incision pretty much. And the pinky finger, I have no control over it. But I can pick things up now with my hand. Hold on, I'll show you. Okay, so as far as I've gotten, chapstick. If I hold it just right, I can pop it off. Look at that. Put it on. And then I just use my left hand to close it. But I can hold it enough to where I can, let's try that again. I'm like trying to show off here. So I can do that. I can get it off by using it as like a holder. The other thing I can pick up is, look, my TV remote. It doesn't hurt because it doesn't weigh much. I did try to pick up my phone a little bit ago, and I went to slide it, and I dropped it on my nightstand next to my bed, and I thought it cracked more because it hit like right at the edge. I was actually using one finger to type, because I can use this finger to type now, but it's kind of hard because I don't know what it is. It's just kind of hard, but because I can't hold the device like this, you know what I mean? Like that yet. I still can't do that. But I was using my iPad, and I was talking with a friend, and I went, because I just uploaded a video, which you guys will see that tonight, and this won't be ready until tomorrow night. So either way, I went to grab my phone because I didn't think about it while I was texting her with one hand on my iPad sitting on the bed. I went to grab the phone because the video was done uploading, and bam, I dropped it. I was like, my screen's already cracked enough. I don't need any more cracks. But isn't that cool? Look, so I could pick up my TV remote. I can't push the buttons very well. Like, I could use this to hold the chapstick, but I can't. I definitely don't have the strength to push buttons, which I just turned my TV. But yeah, like I can't do it on its own. So day 2, don't expect yourself to be able to push buttons. Obviously on a cell phone, you can press buttons if you can move your fingers, but I'm still doing my thing. I'm still squeezing the ball with all fingers, so that way it creates the strength. I'm still opening my palm, bending one finger at a time, touching my fingers to each other, which is going quite well now. Like, I can feel them all, and it's great. It's amazing. I like being able to feel my fingers. That's a positive. But I think the hardest thing now is the fact that the pain is pretty throbby, you know, right where the incision is, and the fact that all of this is pressing against it. I really just want it off. That's my mentality. Please don't do that on your own, though. Again, I'm not a medical professional. I can't tell you what to do. It's just how I feel. This is how I feel. This is just me vlogging how I feel and what's going on and how far it's come just in day 2. So, I mean, they say some people after surgery with all these medical advances, they go back to work, you know, within a day or 2. So today was day 2. I could probably type if I wanted to, but I don't have the strength to push down. You can see I can move them and I can do this. But if it's held in my hand, like you saw with the remote, I don't have the strength to push the button on the remote without holding something. You know what I mean? So there's no strength really. And that will be built up within the next 2 weeks, hopefully by the time when this comes off and that heals. I know I shouldn't, but I think in the next few days, I'm going, because tomorrow I'm going to Vegas, so I'm not going to do it tomorrow, but I will at least tell you how I feel tomorrow, because I'll be a whole day out playing with fabric, and this is all about quilting, so, I mean, I'm not going to, like, pick up fabric with this hand, so my friend Becca will be able to do all that, and Scott can do that, and her husband Jason can do that, because I'm not doing it. I'll just pet it with this hand and go, okay, I want a yard of this one, just grab that bolt and take it from me, you know. So so hopefully tomorrow will be super fun, and I just hope I don't overdo things. I was suggested to take a pillow with me in my car, which is actually an amazing idea. I'm not driving, Scott is, so because I did drive to the grocery store tonight, and let me tell you, if you only have left hand and people don't have a right hand, I feel really bad for those kind of people, because all of the stuff in a car is on the left. To start the car, it's on the right hand side. It's for right-handed people. So you left-handed people, I mean, you have access to your right hand, so yeah, it's probably easy. But what if you didn't have a right arm? Like, seriously, the ignition is on the right hand side, your shifter is on the right hand side, everything is on the right hand side, unless you're out of the country, in a country where everything's on the other side, then you can use your left hand. But I did drive to the grocery store, and I literally had to take my keys, and I'm like leaning over to the side to put the key in the ignition and turn it, because this hand just couldn't do it. And then my shifter, I have a Nissan Sentra. My shifter, you don't have to press the little button to knock it. As long as your foot is on the brake, you can just tap it down. It taps down into its gear. I couldn't even move the thing. Like, I had my foot on the brake and I couldn't move it, so I had to reach over and do it with my with my left hand, because it's on the right hand side. I couldn't do it. So the grocery store is literally down the street. It's just like curve, 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 turn once, and bam, done. There's the grocery store. So there's only one light to go to the grocery store, and it's at that light. So that was as far as I drove. Got gas in the car for tomorrow. And I did not drive with this hand. I couldn't even put it on the steering wheel. I just drove with this hand. And let me tell you, where I live, it's lots of curvy streets. So please be super careful if you're driving and it's safe for you to drive, because you're not on medication. Because, yeah, that was very awkward. I mean, where I live, because we have curvy streets, like, just look up like Havasu City on a map, and you guys will see that all the streets are like this. Windy, curvy. So just know that those kind of roads, if it's not straight driving, and you know, everybody can turn with their left hand, but when you're on certain roads and you have a 45-degree turn or a 90-degree angle turn, because that's just the way the roads are here, just know that it's kind of hard to do with just one hand. We usually double hand our wheel if you're driving properly. So yeah, that was a little difficult. So Scott's going to drive tomorrow. It was already the plan anyway. Other than that, hand-wise, I think it's doing pretty good. I'm just not looking forward to sleeping again tonight, because last night's was kind of bad. But like I said, this morning, when I told you guys, I just took it off and then rewrapped it, and I was good. I think it was just the throbbing, and it's not throbbing anymore. It's not numb. So tonight should be a lot better. Oh, and I did, in the last video that I've already posted and you guys already watched, I'm still having a little bit of asthma issues. I don't know if that's going to go away in the next couple days, but at least it's not an MS problem, because that's what I was hoping not to have, is going into an MS attack. So I think I'm doing good there. I think my body is taking it quite well, and taking this healing quite well. So I think my body is doing good. I mean, it did fight through valley fever, so I got a lot of problems, guys. I'm telling you, I have a lot of problems. And for those of you that aren't quilters and you're just watching my vlog on Carpel Tunnel, just know that I have a lot of medical problems, like a whole lot. Too many to list right now. But Carpel Tunnel wise, I think this is going to heal great, and I think, like everyone said, I am going to do so much better. I can't wait to tell the doctor and see him in 2 weeks that so far it's day 2 and I'm already, you know, I could pick up my TV remote. I just can't press the buttons. And obviously, again, I can bend the wrist. I know I can, but I'm purposely just avoiding it. Like, I'll just do this only. You know, I won't go any further. And if I do take this off and show you in a couple days what the incision looks like, because it should be more healed by then, I won't bend my wrist or anything. But I really, really, really want you guys to see it. It looks bigger than a centimeter and a half. It really does. It looks like that big, and that's more than an inch to me. So, and we're quilters, we should know, right? We see an inch every single day. We see quarter inch every day. We see half inch because we cut fabric all the time. So we're definitely good at eyeballing how big an inch to 10 inches to 20 inches is. It's just a natural thing that comes to quilters after a while of doing it. So another thing I'm doing is I've been massaging my fingers with my other fingers like this to keep the swelling down, just in case, because this is still kind of tight. Even though I wrapped it myself, it's like I'm swelling under there. So I'm just making sure that, you know, I massage my fingers, and it feels good, actually. It's a nice feeling, and there's no pain running down my wrist or anything. So, but that's also a thing you can do. Anyways, I don't want to keep you guys forever. I don't want super long videos. I just wanted to vlog the experience. So tomorrow I'll vlog, and then I'll put the 3 days together, and then I'll post it. And then again, I'll do 3 more days, and so on and so forth. So hopefully, maybe that's how it'll turn out. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow in the morning before I leave to go to Vegas. And yeah, this video won't be posted till after I've already been in Vegas. So hopefully I have fun with, I'm pretty sure I will, because I will get to see my friend Becca and give her a big hug. And then I won't get to see her after that until I can try to make my way to where she lives. That would be kind of cool. I want to make a cross-country trip, but obviously I'm not doing it while it's still cold in 90% of America. It's just not happening. But Sunday, I planned to travel. Anyways, you guys don't need to know about that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the morning. Bye. Oh, it's Friday morning. Oh, look at my hair. I just washed my hair, and it looks messy. Anyway, it's Friday morning. I'm up. It's like 9 a.m. I must have did too much yesterday. I hurt. It hurts. I'm still moving my wrist around, or my fingers around, but my wrist hurts today. Just because it hurts, but it hurts. So for the long car drive that we're going to have in like an hour, I'm just going to take some medicine, put my arm up on a pillow, and listen to music and relax in the car on the way to Vegas. So just a reminder, I guess, don't overdo yourself, because I tend to do that, and I do it often, and I shouldn't, and I know better. But I just wanted to say good morning, and it's Friday the 19th in the morning now, so my wrist hurts. I don't know. I don't think I really did too much. I mean, I could still pick up the remote and stuff. That doesn't bother me because it's my fingers doing it, but the wrist itself hurts, so maybe that's just trying to heal. It could be that I didn't do too much and it was just trying to heal. So just don't overdo it. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here because I am going out today. So I took a shower. I'm all clean and ready to go. I just need to get fully ready and put some stuff together and get out of the house. And I will be very, very careful when I go out and play with fabric today. So I'll see you guys later when I add some more to this video. Bye. Hi guys, it's the end of day 3. Yesterday I vlogged only in the morning. I actually just went ahead and made a video last night, put it all together, and then I thought to myself, oh wait, I should vlog my carpal tunnel. Yeah, I was in so much pain yesterday. I overdid it. Don't overdo it, I'm telling you. You'll learn your lesson though, and there's people like me out there in this world that just can't stop, and that is me. I just keep going. So, carpal tunnel. And as you see, it's wrapped differently because I had to take it out. All of my fingers were numb today, annoying me. Oh my God, I didn't want to get out of bed today. I did so much yesterday that it's obviously not completely bad anymore, but like this morning I woke up and it was my whole body. And obviously my hand was just annoying. So I unwrapped myself. I changed the bandage. It's not a bandage. It's just oh my goodness. It is whatever. I have a bunch of it. And I changed that. It's no stickiness at all so that it doesn't get sticky on my skin. And I unwrapped myself and it was like an instant rush of release. It was just amazing feeling. And I did not move my wrist. I just let it lay on the bed for like, I don't know, 30 minutes. And I just kept doing this with my fingers on the bed. And then, same as yesterday, the weird pain that's in my pinky finger. If I do this, I feel it. If I do this, I feel it. Some strange pain. And I'm thinking it's because he went in on the outer side right here and not center and or in this. Like most carpal tunnel surgeries or anything I've seen or heard or read about usually is center right here, somewhere in this T zone, not all the way over here. Mine is literally all the way over here. So I figure in a couple days I'll show you what it looks like, because I've been unwrapping it and then rewrapping it because I've been changing my thing. I took it away. It just is orange staining that's getting on it, and that's from the iodine that they clean you with, which I've explained in the beginning. I can still get my ball, every finger except for my pinky. I can move my pinky, but I can't squish my pinky. I could do the whole everything together, but the pinky is not involved in it. So somewhere, I don't know what it is, and maybe your experience is different if you've already had this, and or if you're getting it done, maybe yours will be different because every surgeon does things different, but something with my pinky finger. I don't know what it is. This whole carpal tunnel thing affected these 3 fingers. It never affected this finger and the outside of this finger. It only affected this area and the wrist area. But now these are fine and this is affected. Like I feel it pulling right here. Just like it's a strange. So I've held both my hands up and I've looked at them and I try to move my pinkies at the same time to see which, what's affected when your finger is moving, and I'm looking at it without bending my wrist, and I'm looking at it with the wrap off, and I can't figure it out myself. I am not a doctor. I am not a medical professional in any sort of way. I am just the patient who gets worked on and has weird issues, and I'm vlogging my weird issues so that, in case you have them, at least you know that this is what you're going to look forward to. But back to yesterday, I went to Vegas for the day and went shopping and had fun with my friend Becca and her husband Jason, and then Scott was with me as well, and then met a few of you that are out there. But I don't know what it is, but I gravitate towards using my right hand no matter what I'm doing. When I'm petting the fabric, when I'm flipping through whatever, it's still it. And I didn't use my hand. I mean, I did use it to like steady things or I lay things on it because there's a lot of padding all around here. So nothing's touching anything, like literally I can, whatever. But I was using it as like a steady things on my hand, or I'd use my fingers to try to hold it, and nothing heavy. I still have not picked up anything heavy. I could slide my phone over and flip it, but I can't pick it up. Water bottle wise, I've been sticking them in the crease of my arm right here and then popping the top off of them because I drink water out of water bottles. And so a fresh one, if Scott doesn't open it on his way bringing it to me and or getting it out of the fridge, then I stick it in the crease of my arm and then twist the top off, which works. Pill bottles I still cannot open, so most of them are just open. We had Scott just leave them open in case I needed something. trying to think of what else. I just been squishing at the ball, honestly. I'm trying not to bend my wrist, moving my fingers around, stretching them. I'm still putting my arm above my head, down to the side, moving things around, you know, stretching my neck and stuff. I think I probably don't even think I've even told you guys all the little small other exercises, because our carpal tunnel comes from up in here, and then it runs along the arm. It runs down the back side and then comes around to the front side and runs up into the wrist. So I've been doing other little exercises, but your doctor will tell you what to do, so listen to them. But yeah, I've been stretching my neck. Oop, and I just cracked doing that. Did you hear that? But yeah, rolling my neck, stretching my arm, you know, and those kind of things. I'm not lifting anything, don't worry. Like I said, I'm just using the hand for balance, but I am still thinking, gravitating towards even the smallest things. I can brush my teeth, I can go to the bathroom, but when I go to flush, guess what side the handle is on? When you turn your body, it's on your right hand side. So when you get up off of a toilet, you don't think to turn to the left and use your left hand to flush, because the flusher is not technically on your facing side of the right of the toilet, it's actually on the left when you're facing it. So technically, when you turn your body, it's on your right hand side. Oh, I got to give you guys this big tip. Yesterday, before I left the house, when I vlogged, I told you guys I was getting ready to go. I didn't tell you, I put on a pair of jeans. I thought it would look nice, that I would look nice going to Vegas. I wanted to dress nice. I didn't want to dress like my normal self in regular pajama pants, right? So I put jeans on. I was able to, the original button them. But then right before we left, I had to go potty. So I go to the bathroom, and I'm standing there for a second, and I'm literally fidgeting. I could not get my pants undone. So big suggestion, if you have carpal tunnel surgery on either hand, don't wear jeans with a button that you got to put into a hole and a zipper. It does not work. And if you're a woman, just put yoga pants on. If you're a man, just put on, you know, like pull-up pants that have a tie, like gym shorts, you know. Don't use anything with zippers or buttons. I didn't think anything of it until I had to go to the bathroom before we left, and I thought to myself, there's no way in all hell I am going to be able to do this while we're in Vegas and be able to get out of the bathroom and people not think that I'm taking forever and doing other things, because it would have took me like 10 minutes to undo my pants, which it did before we left the house. So don't wear jeans. I highly suggest to stay away, wear yoga pants or pajama pants or something that just slides right off your waist really easily, because it is impossible to undo zippers and buttons. I got it on initially, but I didn't think anything of it. I just couldn't get it off. So there was that. A little bit of funniness always helps, right? Yesterday, since I didn't really vlog much throughout the rest of the day, I did end up taking Vicodin throughout the day. I mean, I did sit in the car for 2.5 hours there and 2.5 hours back because of traffic and all sorts of other stuff that was going on. So yeah, my body doesn't like to sit in car unless I'm the driver. It's the weirdest thing, but I don't like to sit for long periods. I get up and move around often, and if Scott wasn't with me and I would have drove myself, I would have stopped every like hour and a half to have a cigarette break, move myself around, and then sit down. I only got one smoke break, move, get around, go potty, get back in the car, right back on the road again. So yeah, I don't get to stop as much as I would normally if I was by myself to walk around and stretch my legs, if that makes any sense. So, but the pillow idea, I told you guys when I vlogged earlier that I was going to take a pillow because someone suggested it. I took a pillow. Not a good idea. It did not work for me. I don't know how it'll work for you, but it didn't work for me. I was on the passenger side, and you know, the passenger side of the car has the armrest thing in most cars. 90% of cars have them these days. It has a little arm thing that's connected to the door where you close the door and stuff. And between me and the pillow and that thing, I put the pillow there, and my arm sat on it like this, in this angle the whole entire time. It was like I had no blood flow to the top of my hand. I need to move my fingers around. So I kept fidgeting and moving and fidgeting and moving, and I couldn't get comfortable because I can't sit in the same position for hours, even as a quilter. You guys know me, I get up and I move around. I cannot sit. I just can't do it. That's just me. So pillow did not work. My fingers just kept going numb, and I just couldn't handle it. I forgot my ball. I should have threw one in the car, but I didn't think anything of it. I forgot the ball. It was sitting on my bed with the stuff I was going to take with me, but the ball rolled itself just a little bit further, and I didn't see it to grab it. So I forgot this yesterday, or else I would have had this to play with to keep myself, I don't know, strengthening. So instead, I just did this a lot throughout the day and stretched my fingers and stuff. And either way, I still overdid it. So just don't. If you have carpal tunnel surgery and you're healing from it, don't overdo it. Don't think that you can go right back to playing a guitar. Don't think you can go right back to a sewing machine or a long arm. Or don't think you can go right back to cutting fabric or using scissors, because I can't do that, you know? So yeah, don't think you can just go back to typing on a computer or using your phone. All phones are touchscreen these days. I cannot do, I mean, I can hold my phone with this hand and I slowly with my thumb, and then if I can't reach the keyboard on this side, I use my first finger to tap it. But I'm a one finger typer right now, and it just takes forever to get a conversation out. So yeah, that's it. The only other thing is I can lay my phone on my hand right here on the top of this, and I just lay it and use my fingers to kind of hold it a little bit and then type like this. Right now, I cannot still do this, because it's every time I do this consistently over and over, if you're, you know, using a phone to type, this consistent motion is bending right here inside underneath this stupid thing. And yeah, that's a bad idea. Don't do that. I mean, the stretching and stuff has not put my thumb in that motion. It's putting it in an opening it motion, not a closing it. So I'm not doing this with it. Don't do that. So when you're using your cell phone or playing video games, that motion, not a good idea, where you're just holding it and da-da-da. Yeah, don't do that. So don't think you can get right back to it. I read and watched tons of videos already, and you know what? Some people are going right back to things, but guess where their incision was? Right here. Guess where their incision was? Just a little tiny one, and they went with like some kind of tube. I watched a video where he used the tube. He said he did that for me. It's all done, through a video scope thing or whatever, but mine is over here, not in the center. So for some reason, it feels weird being outer side. So you might want to check with how they're going to do yours before you have it done, because I could tell you right now, being on the outer side of my hand, I don't like it. It feels weird. I could feel it when I twist like this too. I could feel the little thingy in there kind of rubbing. It feels awkward, but there's glue over it, so it's okay. Oh, another thing I can do is this now. So I can push them opposite like that, because I've been putting my hand like on my leg. I did it in the car yesterday, so I can do that and there's no pain. A little bit in the pinky, if the pinky goes with it fully, but most of the fingers, as you can see, are everything but the pinky when it comes to folding it back. So, but I can with the pinky, but again, I feel it right here. So I can do that now. And I can pet fabric, but it's not a good idea. Stay away from it. Just stay away. Anyway, okay, well, it's late. It's like 11 p.m. and I'm gonna try to get all the last couple days put together, and then I'll share it. And day 2, the rest of all day, full day 2 afterwards. I guess technically it's 4 full. Yeah, Wednesday is when I had my surgery. Then I had all of Wednesday, all of Thursday, all of Friday, and all of Saturday. So technically it's day 4 post-op. Yeah, I don't know. Just be careful. Just be careful. Other than that, things are good. Like, look at that. That's really good, right? My pinky isn't much into it, but I think that's pretty good. Anyway, don't do anything you're not supposed to do, okay? I'm learning my lesson. Don't do what I did. Don't go out to a fabric shop and have lots of fun. Just stay home and wait till your next opportunity. Or just do what I do and say, screw what everyone else says. No, don't. I had fun, though. I really did. So I enjoyed myself, and Scott did most of the shopping anyway. I just chose, what I wanted. Everyone else did all the heavy lifting for me. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next vlog. Bye.